Hello students, in this lecture we are going to discuss about correlation functions. The topics that we are going to cover are autocorrelation functions, cross correlation, addition of random process and multiplication of random process. The autocorrelation function describes the relationship or correlation between two samples of a random process. This correlation will depend on when the samples are taken. Thus, the autocorrelation function is in general a function of two time variables. Now, let us define the mathematical expression for autocorrelation function. For that, consider a continuous time random process x of t. The autocorrelation function for a continuous time random process is given by Rxx of t1, t2, which is equal to expected value of x of t1, x of t2. If the random process is discrete in nature, then the autocorrelation function is given by Rxx of n1, n2, which is equal to expected value of x of n1 multiplied by x of n2. We are interested in how the correlation between two samples depends on how far apart the samples are spaced. To find out this relationship, we are defining a time difference variable tau, which is equal to t2 minus t1. By using this time difference variable, we are redefining the expression for autocorrelation function. Note that instead of t1, we are replacing it with t. So t2 will become t plus tau. Therefore, the equation for autocorrelation will be Rxx of t, t plus tau is equal to expected value of x of t multiplied by x of t plus tau. We can also define this equation in another format, that is Rx of tau is equal to expected value of x of t multiplied by x of t plus tau. The autocorrelation function of the random process x of t is given by Rx of tau is equal to expected value of x of t into x of t plus tau. Now, when we are substituting tau is equal to 0, we get the average part, which is equal to Rx of 0. Rx of 0 will be then expected value of x of t square, which is equal to sigma x square plus mu x square, where sigma x square is the variance and mu x is the mean. Next, instead of tau, if you are substituting minus tau in the equation of autocorrelation, we get Rx of minus tau is equal to expected value of x of t into x of t minus tau. Now we introduce the change of variables, that is t dash is equal to t minus tau. This expression we are substituting in the given equation. So when you substitute this expression, we will get Rx of minus tau is equal to expected value of x of t dash plus tau into x of t dash, which can be again written as Rx of minus tau is equal to expected value of x of t dash into x of t dash plus tau. Now when we compare this equation with the equation of autocorrelation, we can find out that Rx of minus tau is equal to Rx of tau. So this is one of the property of autocorrelation. Let us have a look at an example for calculating the autocorrelation function. Consider a sinusoidal random process where x of t is equal to a sin omega t and a is a uniform random variable over the interval 0, 1. Find the autocorrelation function. We know the expression for autocorrelation function, and substituting the term x of t in the autocorrelation function, we get expected value of a sin omega t into a sin omega t plus tau, or else it will be equal to expected value of a square sin omega t into sin omega t plus tau. In the question, it is given that the amplitude is a uniform random variable, whereas the phase term is constant. Hence, we are applying the expectation operator to the amplitude. So, we can rewrite the equation as expected value of a square sine omega t plus tau. Now, here it is given that the amplitude A is a uniform random variable. If A is a uniform random variable, you know how to calculate the value of mu and sigma square. By using the value of mean and variance, we can calculate what is expected value of A square. That is equal to sigma square plus mu square, and you are getting a value that is 1 by 3. By substituting 1 by 3 in the equation of autocorrelation function, we are getting the final expression to be 1 by 3 sine omega t plus tau. Let us have a look at another example for calculating the autocorrelation function. Consider a random process described by y of t is equal to a cos omega ct plus theta. A and omega c are constants, but theta is a random variable distributed uniformly between plus or minus pi. Find autocorrelation function if PDF for theta is given by f theta of theta is equal to 1 by 2 pi for minus pi less than theta less than plus pi, or it is equal to 0 otherwise. This example is slightly modified from the previous. In particular, we are considering a sinusoidal process where the random variable is the phase theta, which is uniformly distributed over plus or minus pi. The amplitude of the wave is taken to be a constant. In this example, A and omega c are constants, but theta is a random variable distributed uniformly between plus or minus pi. We can calculate the mean of the random process using the PDF, that is mu y is equal to expected value of y of t, which is equal to integral from minus pi to pi a cos omega ct plus theta into 1 by 2 pi, that is PDF d theta, and you are getting the value to be 0. That is, the ensemble mean is always 0. Next, we will calculate the autocorrelation function using the equation. Expected value of y of t into y of t plus tau. It is equal to integration from minus pi to pi a square 2 pi cos omega t plus theta cos omega c t plus tau plus theta d theta. By using the trigonometric identity, we can simplify the equation to be expected value of y of t into y of t plus tau is equal to a square by 2 into cos of omega c tau. The autocorrelation function is dependent on the absolute time t and depends only on the time difference tau, that is ry of tau is equal to a square by 2 into cos of omega c tau, where tau is the time difference. We can find the ensemble variance, and it is equal to ry of 0, that is when tau is equal to 0, we are getting a square by 2. We make some observations using the previous example. The first one, for a sample function, if the phase information theta is known, then the sample function itself is known for all time. A random process having this feature is called a deterministic random process. Second one, we see that the autocorrelation function contains no information about the phase theta. That is, the autocorrelation in wide sense stationary application loses phase information. Third one, if x of t is a periodic signal with period t, then in the wide sense stationary case, the autocorrelation is also periodic with a period t. Properties of autocorrelation function. First property, Rx of 0 is equal to expected value of x of t square. This is obtained when tau is equal to 0. Next one, Rx of tau is equal to Rx of minus tau. Third property, mode of Rx of tau is less than or equal to Rx of 0. Property of autocorrelation is Rx of 0 is equal to expected value of x of t square. This can be obtained by putting tau equal to 0. The second property is Rx of tau is equal to Rx of minus tau, which is already proved in the previous slide. The third property can be proved by starting with a relation that cannot be negative, that is expected value of x of t plus tau plus or minus x of t whole square greater than or equal to 0. Expand this relation and apply the expectation operator so that you get 2Rx of 0 plus or minus 2Rx of tau greater than or equal to 0, which leads directly to the relation for a bound on the autocorrelation, that is mode of Rx of tau less than or equal to Rx of 0. Next topic is autocovariance. The autocovariance function of a continuous time random process x of t is defined as Cx of tau is equal to expected value of x of t minus mu x multiplied by x of t plus tau minus mu x. Now expand this expression and apply the expectation operator so that you will get the simplified expression for autocovariance as Rx of tau minus mu x square. The next topic that we are going to discuss is cross correlation. Suppose that two random processes, say x of t and y of t, are wide sense stationary. Their cross correlation functions are defined to be Rxy of tau is equal to expected value of x of t multiplied by y of t plus tau, or Ryx of tau is equal to expected value of y of t multiplied by x of t plus tau. In the case of cross correlation, we are considering two random processes, that is x of t and y of t. But in the case of autocorrelation, we are considering x of t and the time delayed version of x of t, that is x of t plus tau. Properties of cross correlation. First one is symmetry property. Rxy of minus tau is equal to Ryx of tau. Second and third properties are the two bounds of cross correlation, that is mode of Rxy of tau is less than or equal to square root of Rx of 0 multiplied by Ry of 0, and the third property is mode of Rxy of tau is less than or equal to 1 by 2 into Rx of 0 plus Ry of 0. Similar to the term autocovariance, we have another term called as cross covariance. Cross covariance is defined as Cxy of tau is equal to expected value of x of t minus mu x multiplied by y of t plus tau minus mu y. When you expand this one and apply the expectation operator, we get Rxy of tau minus mu x mu y. In the same way, you can also write Cyx of tau is equal to Ryx of tau minus mu y mu x. Now let us consider the addition of two independent random processes x of t and y of t. Let us take w of t is equal to x of t plus y of t. In this case, we have to calculate the autocorrelation function of w of t. And we know the basic equation for finding out the autocorrelation function, that is Rw of tau will be equal to expected value of w of t multiplied by w of t plus tau. But we know that w of t is equal to x of t plus y of t, whereas w of t plus tau will be equal to x of t plus tau plus y of t plus tau. Now substitute all these in the expression and expand the expression and apply the expectation operator, so that you will get an output equation in this format, that is Rx of tau plus Rxy of tau plus Ryx of tau plus Ry of tau. In this case, we are assuming that x of t and y of t are independent in nature. Therefore, Rxy of tau is equal to Ryx of tau, which is again written as mu x mu y. Now we can rewrite the expression for Rw of tau, which is equal to Rx of tau plus Ry of tau. Next, we are going to consider the multiplication of random processes. For that, consider two independent random processes x of t and y of t, and w of t is equal to the product of x of t and y of t. First case, we have to calculate the mean of w of t. We know that mean mu w can be written as expected value of x of t, y of t, or in other words, it can be written as expected value of x of t multiplied by expected value of y of t. Expected value of x of t is mu x, whereas expected value of y of t is mu y. Therefore, mu w is equal to mu x mu y. Next is the calculation for variance. We know that for calculating variance, sigma w square will be equal to expected value of w of t minus mu w whole square. W of t is nothing but x of t, y of t, and mu w is nothing but mu x mu y. So the expression will become expected value of x of t, y of t minus mu x mu y whole square. Now expand this one so that you will get the output as sigma x square plus mu x square multiplied by sigma y square plus mu y square minus of mu x square mu y square. So this is the expression for calculating the variance. Next is the autocorrelation function. For autocorrelation function, we have Rw of tau is equal to expected value of w of t. W of t is x of t, y of t, and then multiplied by w of t plus tau. W of t plus tau can be written as x of t plus tau multiplied by y of t plus tau. Now rearrange this term and apply the expectation operator. So the first term will be expected value of x of t multiplied by x of t plus tau, and the second term would be expected value of y of t multiplied by y of t plus tau, and finally what we get is Rx of tau multiplied by Ry of tau. That is the value of Rw of tau. Let us have a look at another example. Assume that x of t and y of t are independent, jointly weighted in stationary random processes. X of t is equal to a cos omega 1t plus theta 1, and y of t is equal to b cos omega 2t plus theta 2. Calculate the autocorrelation function of the product of these stationary random processes. For this, first let us take w of t is equal to x of t multiplied by y of t. Now we have to calculate Rw of tau, which is equal to Ry of tau multiplied by Rx of tau. Now in the question, x of t is given and y of t is also given. From the example 2, we have already calculated the value of autocorrelation function for a sinusoidal signal with a phase theta. Now in the example 2, we had y of t equal to a cos omega ct plus theta, and the autocorrelation function was a square by 2 cos omega c tau. In the same way, here we are having x of t is equal to a cos omega 1t plus theta 1. Therefore, Rx of tau will be equal to a square by 2 cos omega 1 tau. In the same way, Ry of tau will be equal to b square by 2 cos omega 2 into tau. Now after finding all these we can calculate what is RW of tau, which will be equal to a square b square by 4 cos omega 2 tau cos omega 1 into tau. Now by using the trigonometric relation, that is 2 cos A cos B is equal to cos of A plus B plus cos A minus B, we can rewrite the equation as a square b square by 8 into cos of omega 1 omega 2 into tau plus cos of omega 1 minus omega 2 into tau.